What's up, Fate Family? Jarvis Gun of Ward Jarvis YT here, and welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Hot Wheels Electro Silhouette from the 2020 Hot Wheels Exotics line of cars. Now, as you can see right here, Hot Wheels went in a very radical direction with this. It is actually a convertible, which you don't see particularly often with unlicensed castings. The driver cockpit is completely exposed right here, which means they had to really step up their game on the interior, since you usually can't see it. And as you can see right here, they really didn't step their game up on the interior. In fact, if I turn on the flash right here, yeah, no, that interior kind of looks like complete shit. But I don't think that's the worst thing about this car. I think in terms of positive aspects about this car, I think when you look at it from the side, it looks decent. From the back, it's also somewhat decent. It does that weird tapering thing towards the back, and I think it's more subtle than they did it on something like the Nitro Door Slammer, where I absolutely wasn't a fan of it, as you can see right here. But I think the difference between this car and the Nitro Door Slammer is that they made better color choices here, unlike this, where it's basically all just like a shitty shade of red. And there's actually something to see at the back, so I think they actually earn the attention of your eyes going towards the back here. And right here, no, they just didn't, and the back looks like shit anyway. But if you want to hear more about the Nitro Door Slammer, you can just watch the review for that, because I was definitely not as big as fan. But yeah, man, like I said, the color scheme on this thing is fairly decent. It's fairly decent, better than the Nitro Door Slammer at least. You have a largely silver paint job all across the car. You have a translucent blue material that honestly looks good from every angle, even at the back. It has a more solid appearance, but it still complements the silver and black at the back. When you look at it from this angle, or I guess from the interior, it is sort of a light blue, also still works. From the outside, it's a dark blue, also still works. Just a really good use of translucency. They didn't go too crazy with it. They really used it to accentuate the overall color scheme, so I appreciate that. And obviously the tires are some sort of gold material. Strange choice, but I do think it ultimately worked with the blue and yellow accents that they went with for the entire vehicle, so I do think that works. But when it comes to the negative, man, we already covered the interior. I don't like how the interior looks, but I think with the overall shaping of the car, it just looks too flat. I think they really could have gone for a more pronounced front of the car, because I do think the front of the car as it stands right now, it's all right, but it's just hindered by the fact that it's too even with the rest of the car, and I get it, this is sort of supposed to be like a stock race car sort of thing they were going for. But if they just had a bit more dimension to the car, I think that really just would have helped bring things to the next level, because the color choices are good, some of the shaping is good, a lot of the visual design choices they made were good, especially near the front and the back, but the dimension's just not there, man. And even the silhouette is compromised by this. It's just too flat. Yeah, man. Anyway, in terms of recommendations, this is definitely a soft recommend. It came out in 2020, so you're not going to have a very difficult time finding this. And although there may be, better die-cast next to this one, I do think that this one is pretty respectable in its own right. And I can certainly see why some people would really enjoy this. So it's definitely a soft recommend. Soft recommend. Either way, man, that's been my review of the Hot Wheels Electro Silhouette from the 2020 Hot Wheels Exotics line of cars. I've been here with Jarvis Gotten. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more diecast content. And as always, giggity giggity, giggity good. Stick around.